Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are you? My name is the Butcher. I don't know why I'm late again. My volume's up. I don't know. So I want to just make a couple announcements first. First of all, I'm sorry I'm 23 minutes late. Gosh, I cannot believe I did that again. My nights have been all screwed up, man, because my granddad, he sometimes he sleeps all night, sometimes he's awake all night. So my schedule kind of depends on his schedule. And second of all, again, we're going to be leaving for war just for a day or two. Because I'm hoping to enrich our relationship and help cement a bond, like just like we did with RL1. And just for future reference, guys, I want everybody to know that myself, I'm going to be switching, okay, a lot. Not all the time, but my first priority is BBQ, right? So if I'm somewhere else and BBQ is under attack, then I'm there, okay? It's just first priority, and it always will be. But I'm wanting to help seal some relationships, so I know that as an alliance leader, because I've actually had people from other alliances join my alliance just to help reinforce, and you can't imagine how much of a help that is, I mean, you can't imagine how much camaraderie shit that makes me feel, and so I want to do the same back because it's effective, it works. And if we can become a union with RL1 and the War Alliance, and we can continue developing ourselves, then us three can be amazing together. Again, we can do just like we're doing now, basically. I'm not sure. I don't think RL1's going to be joining the War Alliance this time, but imagine that. Imagine if they wanted to join our alliance so that we could do an activity together, right? So we have a couple really strong members from both RL1 and War Alliance coming over to BBQ and just performing some attacks together. It's fun. It's an activity. It helps, maintain and, again, enrich a friendship. So it's worth it. I'm trying to decide what to teach today. I wish I would have been on time, because now I can't complain. Now you guys get the right to complain. Give me a second. I did offense yesterday, and I want to try to stick to the basics. Oh, I know what I can do. Oh, too bad. Oh, my. Well, I'm gonna have to put that off until a couple days from now. Alright, so resource and troop management. Alright, so resource and troop management. If you don't have any resources and you don't have any troops in your castle, then why not be put on fire? I mean, I think it's kind of pretty on the map, myself. You're not losing anything but defense points. See, that's what y'all all got to understand. I want to make sure all of you understand. If you're on fire, somebody attacks you, and you don't lose anything, then what's the big problem, right? I mean, even if you do, it's going to be very minimal, okay? So, here's the thing. I don't think... Let me look at something real quick. Defense victory. See, that includes when I reinforce too, so that's just not, it's not just my castle. I think my castle has been attacked no more than I can count on one hand. Okay, so the reason is because, you know, yes, I've been shielding a lot, but even when I don't shield, I practice resource and troop management. You know, you'll see somebody scout me and I'm like, okay, don't reinforce me, guys, because I don't need it. You know, I'm not going to worry about me losing defense points or just minimum losses, right? So, here's what you do. Like, right now, I'm not going to be able to... it's not going to be possible for me to practice resource management right now because I'm getting ready to go to the War Alliance and participate in some activities, and I know I'm going to get hit, and I've got a lot of wood right now. So that's really something I'm going to lose out of this. But I'm not too worried about it because, for one, I've got 3 farms I can work off of. And for 2, I've got plenty of wood. So I've almost got enough in the bank just to cover my upgrade for my castle. So I'm not worried about it. But let's just say, you know, I can do as much as I can, though, right? Before I go. So what I did earlier this morning was I went ahead and started some troops, right? That'll take some resources to do. I got my legion going. Right there. Because it took a lot of wood, and I actually had a lot more wood yesterday. You can look at my live streams, and so I spent a lot of wood to get this going. And you know, if I had enough to complete the research and speed ups, I would, for the purpose of starting another research so that I could collect, or I mean, so that I could spend some resources. So another way I'll spend some resources is going to the merchant and selling it. Right? Oh. I thought that was a golden hammer. I always try to get golden hammers because I always try to keep a second construction slot going at all times. Alright, another way is promoting your troops, right? And now I can start promoting my troops. So that's going to take 140,000 wood. I'm just thinking about the time here. I mean, I want to get them going because now that I got now that I got a barracks good enough for them, I can start doing it. And right here, I'm going to go ahead and make like 7 hours from now, that's going to be 8, 9, that's going to be like 10 o'clock at night, so that's going to enable me to gain a little handful of troops before the day's over, and then start a whole nother batch, a full batch after that. So 6 hours and 45 minutes. Alright, got that going. And let's see here, what else can I spend it on? I got troops going, technology, and then you can send some away, right? But whenever you send any resources to members without asking them first, make sure they got a shield. Because otherwise somebody might see you sending resources to a member, and then they could blitz attack them and then steal it right from them. You know what I'm saying? So make sure they got a shield up if you can. If not, then go ahead and send it anyway. But try to ask somebody who's online first, because you know they might already have too much resources and they don't. You know, like in my situation, I don't want. It would be a bad thing for somebody to send me resources right now because of my circumstances. So that's resource management. After this, I can't do any more. I have 9.3 million wood. I need to get, there's nothing I can do about it. And I'll be leaving to go to the War Alliance any times now. But I won't be there again for more than a day. I just don't want everybody to freak out and think that everybody's leaving the Alliance. So I always turn the leadership over to another account and then stay in the Alliance a few hours. Give everybody a little time to look and see what's happening and ask questions if they don't know what's going on or whatnot. So troop management. Troop management is important also. Okay, so if you want to practice troop management correctly, this is how you do it. There's a cap on how much troops you can build. And I'll tell you my cap right now. So my hospital capacity is 95.5 thousand. 99.5 thousand. And my troop march is 70, 80, 87, 88.1. 88.1 thousand troops. So times 80 times 4, now that I'm getting ready to have an extra march, I'm going to have 4 marches that I can send out. So that'll be 4 marches. 88 times 4, that's 32, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roughly 360,000 troops. That would cover 4 different marches, 360,000 troops. Plus the hospital cap that I have, which would make it 460,000. So I don't want to build any more than 460,000 troops. Right now I have 109. I don't want you to think about that for a second. My hospital cap is 95.5 thousand troops. My marching army cap is 88.5. I have 4 marches that I can send away, so 88 times 4, 360,000 roughly, 360,000 troops. Okay, 360 that I can send away. 1 goes to the fort, 3 goes out to the far side of the map. Make sure you go straight through the center, through the swamp, so it takes you even longer. Make sure you go to a gem mine, so it takes even longer. You can stay away from your castle for, like 12 hours, even longer than that. Not have to worry about your troops until the next time you log in, right? And then you have your hospital cap that stays at home. That's your defense army. which is 99.5 for me. That's 99.5 thousand. So I don't want to build any more than 400 and whatever I said before, 400,000 troops. Any more than that, and I'm going to lose them. I will lose them. There's no doubt about it, because I will be forced to leave more than 99.5 thousand troops at home. So that's troop management. There's you can use troop management even when you're fighting, okay? And to show you a little example, I'm not going to show you. I'll probably bust out my second account tomorrow and work with it at the same time, or the next day. But or maybe I'll do it tomorrow morning, because we may be fighting in the morning, and I'll be able to live stream it and do some sort of teaching on it. But so basically, let's pretend I didn't have a shield right now, and I have an army coming to attack me. Okay, let's just say I don't have any resources, but it's kill event. So they're not after the resources as much as they are the troops, right? So I have, let's just say I have 300,000 troops, right? I don't want any more than 300,000, because I don't want any to be at home that I'll have to heal, because that's what I will lose, right? I'll have to lose those resources and that time to heal all those troops. So what I can do is, before they reach my army, I could send them out to, I could send them to reinforce if I wanted. Make sure you do it before they get to your castle. And then boom, they hit your castle and they ain't got nothing. All they did was set it on fire. There could be a mine right there. You know, this could have resources on it right now, and I could just send them there. It does, and then right when they get done attacking your castle, I just bring them back home. So, resource and troop management is very important. Again, if you don't have resources and you don't have troops at home, and they attack you anyways, then they probably don't really know what they're doing. So don't get upset. You know, all they're doing is lighting your castle on fire. I have actually teleported right in the middle of this alliance called VVD in the last realm, and I was right in the middle of all these castles that were like between 5 and 10 levels higher than me, and I wasn't no 22. I think I was a 16, but I was a fully upgraded, fully researched, fully upgraded 16. And man, my Infinity Wars must have been amazing. But I didn't lose anything. I kept sending my troops out. I'd attack them, and then it didn't take them long before they caught on that they had to hit my castle as my army was returning, because otherwise I would just send them right back out. You know, even if they were 10 seconds behind my army getting back from an attack, as long as I could send them right back out of my castle, all they did was set my castle on fire, and I was really pissing them off. So there's really effective ways that you can use troop management. Resource management, again, send them away, spend it on research, spend it on troop promotions, spend it on training, spend it to upgrade a building, whatever you can do to spend those resources. And you might ask yourself, well, sometimes you gotta have a lot of resources, right? If you notice, like I'm mining right now, but I just started mining. You know, up until now, I haven't really mined at all. And the reason is because if you look at my resources that I have in my bank, I have 7 million of food, and that's mostly just from attacking monsters, because you get the 3,000 crates, right, every time you attack a monster. What happened to my wood? I always get confused. I got 17.6 wood, right? I got 23 crates of 3,000 wood. I mean, that's over, I mean, that's like, what, almost 70,000, right? That is almost 70,000. 69.7 thousand worth of wood just from attacking one monster. Bro, that's almost 100,000, bro. And that's why I have mine set up right here, my Lord skills, to where, let's see here, my stamina recovery, monster attack speed, because once you start gaining a lot of stamina, you know, it takes a little bit of time, so you gotta get there and get back real quick. And then I got my stamina recovery, and then again, stamina recovery, and I also have, I just made this, became available to me this morning, stamina recovery. So I've specifically concentrated on development because of the stamina, because it allows you to attack more monsters, and it doesn't require, it takes the requirement of going out to gather at resource tiles less, so you don't have to do that, you know. And that's, a rebel plays this way. A rebel of a realm plays this way, so they don't have to worry about their tiles being hit if they wage resource tile wars, right? So if we were waging resource tile wars and we were hitting other alliance resource tiles, I know everybody cries and complains about it, but that's because it's effective. And if you're going out and doing like I do, then you don't ever have to go out and gather like they do. See, that's an advantage you have, is the knowledge of knowing that you can do it this way. You can play this way and not have to worry about, you know, getting your tiles hit. Because, you know, whatever you do to your enemy, you have to be willing to accept the same back from them. That's, you know, so if we were to attack somebody's alliance flags and stuff, you know, then we'd better expect them to do it back to us. We better be ready for them to do it back to us. We better have a plan in place, you know, already for when they do it right back to us. So, again, resource management, attacking monsters, keep it in your bank, you know. Here's another thing real quick I'll touch on, but before I do, again, look at my resources, you know. These things right here, I just save them. Look at how much I got. I don't hardly ever use them. I only use as much resources as I need to complete an upgrade, research, or whatever. The reason you see so much wood there is because when I went to upgrade from a 21 to a 22, it just so happened I ended up with a lot more resources than I needed, and I've been kind of, ever since I upgraded, I've been trying to, you know, I'm ready to upgrade to a 23 now, but now with the war thing, I want to wait. But here's another thing right quick. As you can see, I'm ready to collect that, but don't collect it yet. Don't do it yet. Just leave it there. Like, for in my circumstance, if I collect that, then I'm just going to have even more wood that's going to be taken away from me, right? So I just want to leave everything where it is until I'm ready for it. So, it's been about 20 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that, and I don't think anybody's watching right now, but if you have any, if there is, and you have any questions, then now would be the time to speak. So I'm going to give a few more minutes. I'm going to give like 5 minutes. Why do I only have that? Oh, because they're healing. Yeah, so I'm going to give like 5 minutes for and then I'll end the stream.
Bring it damage to your barrel. Bring it damage. Bring it damage. Bring it damage. Bring it damage to your barrel. Bring it damage. Bring it damage. Bring it damage. Bring it damage to your barrel.
Destroy the humanoids. Destroy the humanoids. Destroy the humanoids. Destroy the droid. I can break it down. 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 Break it down. Break this down. I can break it down. 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 I can break it down like whatever you want. I can break it down like whatever you want. I can break it down. 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 Break it down like whatever you want. I can break it down like whatever you want. I can break it down. Break it down. I can break it down. Break it down. I can break it down. 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 What you about to do now? What you about to do now? It's time to get ill. It's time to get ill.